Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you for joining me into a quick guide on how to beat the floor 50 boss of the Shadespire. That's the second tower, Sword of Corruption Leer. Now this is not in particular a Paladin guide, but I'm going to be using my Paladin to showcase that even a support class can do it if you tick a few boxes. A few stats or a few baselines to begin with. I was item level 1050 as of recording this video, and my weapon was plus 15. This definitely helps me, and this is a recommendation for anybody, especially if you never did the tower before. I would highly encourage all of you to get your weapon as high as possible, as this will help you clear this faster, and it also reduces the amount of stress induced by this floor. Secondly, I had the Judgement engraving on level 1. This helps me, especially on Paladin, because it doubles the duration of my Holy Aura, which definitely helps me because it increases my DPS. Other than that, I didn't have anything in particular here. I didn't use any battle items outside of potions. And I'm going to walk you through the good and the bad things, because I also did a couple mistakes, and I will show you what things you should worry about, what moves they are, and how things are going. I immediately start off the fight with my Awakening after I see the first opportunity. The reason for that is simply, most of the time you're going to take longer than 5 minutes, so you get your Awakening up the second time. These telegraph moves are very easy to dodge, and this circular or almost full circular AoE is probably the biggest opener the boss will give you. Always try to stand behind the boss, go for back attacks, and use whatever skill you have. The main rule here is to not overextend and learn the patterns and learn how to read the boss. I got stunned here. In order to avoid that fear, either use your spacebar properly or use your Awakening, though I would really say get in the habit of using your Awakening there. Same thing here, all I'm going to be doing is trying to stand in the dead zone behind the boss and keep on whacking. Another rule here is to try and keep the boss inside of the center. This will make dodging some of those moves easier. The sword slap here, just dodge. This homing move is probably the most dangerous one, and you can see how I dodge this by moving perpendicular to the boss fight. The first one has a very good tracking ability, so you most likely want to use a spacebar or dash ability. The other ones can be easily dodged by using the perpendicular movement, and you'll see that throughout the fight more often. So far so good. You can see I'm waiting for the opportunities, and that's it. The laser, always try to stand behind her, and another move, I dodge out, I move perpendicularly up, and you can see that the second dash is very easily avoided by that. Same thing here, AoE, I stand in there, I know that my AoE can reach her. Typically she does 2 of those in a row. For this one you have to move away and then move back in. Reaching around 3 HP bars, she's gonna go to the center and start spawning the flame outside. That means that the outside circle is now a dead zone. You don't want to touch it. Same rule here, stand behind the boss, dodge away. Always get the habit of doing these perpendicular moves. Sometimes she only does 1 dash, sometimes she does more. Laser again, try to stand behind her. And your best AoE, I didn't have my spacebar, so I opted in to dash away. After she does 2 sword slashes like this, she's gonna do a lot of those dash slashes. And I'm just moving back and forth. You can see that I'm just really dancing left and right, and she whiffs all of that. This is the first time where I do a mistake. I should have actually dodged the other way. Luckily, the laser doesn't one-shot, at least not me, but this can be a very dangerous move. And you can see that why I said having her in the center is better, because I couldn't stand behind her in the dead zone right now, because I would take damage. Same thing here, laser, you want to stand behind her, and just don't overextend. There's going to be a lot of walking and a lot of being patient. She only did 1 sword slash, so there's nothing there, no follow-up, no nothing, and I can just whack away. You can already see that we're half HP. AoE again, I'm going to use my skills. This is another good opening. This time she only did 1. Try to get close, another AoE. And I can fully use abilities that are gonna able to hit her. And this is where a spacebar, you can see the immunity rate. This would have been another fear. Whenever she does that laugh, dodge it with a well-timed spacebar. Taking a little bit of damage here and there is not a big deal. You can see that I already used 2 potions. Foot slashes, only 1. And keep on hacking. You can see that I take like little breaks after each fight or after each move, because I don't really know whether or not she's gonna do it. And again, walking perpendicularly, very easy to dodge those moves. And laser, I'm trying to get behind her, or at least like to the side, walking around. Also, for a general purpose tip, walking around clockwise is easier, and another spacebar to dodge the fear. Now this is where the fight becomes a bit more tricky. This one's very easy to read. You can very much see what kind of AoE she's going for. And the rest of the moves are also very easily indicated. You can see that I've become a lot more patient right now, because I don't know what kind of move is happening. And you might need the extra few seconds to actually read what exactly is coming up. Same thing here though. Laser, try to stand behind her, and use a skill. Take a bit of a hit there, that's not a big deal. Now she's in a very unfavorable position, so I moved to the opposite side because I can't really be reached. And now she jumped into the center. Laser again. And I'm just gonna wait another AoE. This is a good thing. I did not properly position myself and I got clapped. And this can easily kill you at the end, so really be wary about that. Again, laser. You can see that the patience is rocking up quite a bit here. Taking a little bit of damage from that move is not really a big deal. And sword slashes, I'm trying to get behind her. Really good. And I can see my opening there, right? Because I know that she's close to about dying. And I do actually very hastily go in here. And that's it for the guide, really. This is going to be spoiler. I'm going to run, or I'm going to let the cutscene run through here. In case you're interested, watch it. If not, this is a guide. Thank you everybody for joining. Feel free to check out the social media and the links below. And I'll see you guys next time.
Stop the encroaching darkness. And while the greater darkness subsided, I fell to the shadows in between. You who walks the path of light must find the pillars of Petrania, hidden beneath the great radiance.